Hi, I'm Tahira and I'm a makeup artist, and today on SheerLuxe Beauty School, I'm going to share with you my top tips for that lit from within skin. I'm going to start with the Radiance Primer, but sometimes I like to apply it with a brush so I can get a little bit more precise, but feel free to use it with your fingers or with a sponge. You could also just use a really rich moisturizer, a facial balm, or if you have oil-rich skin, you might want to opt for a mattifying primer at this point. So this is all about cleverly placing radiance products so that you almost have the radiance underneath whatever base or foundation or tinted moisturizer you're using. So I love to use products like this. This is the Master Radiance Base by RMS. A little goes a really long way, and it's really good to kind of trick the eye. So I use a big fluffy brush, and then I just dust the smallest amount. Like, it is a cream, it's gonna melt into the skin, but you wanna get it right at the top of the cheekbone, right here, extending up. And for me, I've got really, really dark circles. I let some of this product go on my dark circle just to trick the eye into thinking that it's brighter than perhaps it is in real life. You might want to leave a little bit here, whatever's left on your brush, just on the bridge of the nose, just in this really middle bit that looks super cute. Another trick I like to use is a little bit of underpainting, kind of subtle makeup artist-y sculpting. So I'll use a concealer or a color corrector that is just a little bit brighter than my skin. And you'll see I'm going to extend it up and out. So I'm going here on the outer lower corner of the eye, and then I go really high up here on the top of the cheekbone, and then you want to blend that right out. Again, this is all about tricking the eye into believing that this is all higher and brighter maybe than it is in real life. I love a really thin, sort of almost like a tinted moisturizer texture, and then I build it up to the level that I want. I would also recommend to stick to the middle of your face, allowing the edges to blend out, so you've got less product on the end of your face, which eliminates like any harsh lines or anything like that. I really love using a sponge for this, but you can always use your fingers or a brush. So I always concentrate the base in the middle of my face, and then just blend out whatever's left so you don't get any harsh lines here. So already you can see that this glow that I've already placed is kind of coming out from the makeup. Now, I know this is gonna seem excessive, but just trust me, stay with me. Using a fluffy brush, you want to apply a really fine layer of a cream highlighter. So what you want to do is just dust this right at the top of the cheekbone. You can almost cross over this part of your eye socket. By using really tiny thin veils of color, you're getting a really three-dimensional look that looks like your skin, but better. No one's ever gonna know. You could just leave it like this, or you could go a little bit further. I would now go in with a little bit of a powder highlighter. Once again, I'm using a really fluffy, loose brush. This means I'm only going to be depositing a minimum amount of product. I take a tiny bit on my brush and just here, really at the top, dust a tiny bit along the ridge of my cheekbone. This is also a gorgeous product. You could use a cream or a powder highlighter just to do a little bit right under your eyebrows, and maybe just the tiniest bit, whatever's left on the brush, just right on that ridge bit of the nose. Try not to go to the tip. Thank you so much for watching here on the SheerLuxe Beauty School. My name is Tahira, and you can find me at Tahira_makeup.